This is the India Daybook from flashfinance.news. Every stock in the news over the past 24 hours, straight from the exchange filings, one line each. 50 stocks. Here's the rundown. Axis Bank. Shareholders have formally authorized the board to raise up to Rs 55,000 crore in new capital and have ratified the reappointment of key leadership and revised remuneration structures. JSW Steel. JSW Steel's credit rating was upgraded from speculative grade, BA1, to investment grade, BA3, by Moody's, following a period of aggressive debt reduction. ABB India. ABB India achieved record quarterly order intake and announced a major special dividend payout to shareholders. Tata Power Company. The company has transitioned from third-party EPC focus to aggressive internal recapacity addition while hitting record production levels in its solar manufacturing unit. GAIL, India. GAIL has delivered a massive sequential earnings beat, recovering from a relatively weak Q4 FY26, with core transmission volumes showing steady growth. Indian Overseas Bank. CARE Ratings upgraded IOB's long-term debt rating by one notch to A+ and reaffirmed its A1+ rating for certificates of deposit. Dixon Technologies, India. Dixon has significantly scaled its mobile and EMS segment, which now contributes 88% of revenue, and reported a large one-time notional gain on its investment portfolio. Glenmark Pharmaceuticals. Glenmark has transitioned from a period of volatility to broad-based growth across India, US, Europe, and emerging markets, supported by a stronger balance sheet following the Glenmark. UNO Minda. Shareholders have formally authorized the board to raise up to Rs 2,500 crore in capital and confirm the final dividend payout for the fiscal year. Motilal Oswal Financial Services. The company has successfully transitioned from a transaction-heavy brokerage model to an annuity-led model, with asset and private wealth now the primary profit drivers, 55% share. APAR Industries. APAR has successfully pivoted to a margin-led growth model where premium products, 50.3% of conductor mix, are offsetting volume pressures from volatile raw material prices. Narayana Hrudyalayaka. NH has structurally scaled its operations through the UK acquisition, shifting from a dual-market, India-Cayman, model to a three-geography model. Central Bank of India. Shareholders have formally authorized the board to raise Rs 7,000 crore in fresh equity and confirm the permanent appointment of the MD and CEO. Urban Company. The company achieved record user acquisition and revenue growth while significantly narrowing consolidated losses through strong profitability in its core India and international service. Aadhar Housing Finance. The company released its Q1 FY27 financial results, showing sustained double-digit growth in revenue and profit compared to the previous year. Century Plyboards, India. The company has transitioned from a plywood-heavy mix to a more diversified building materials player with significant revenue contributions from newly expanded MDF and particle board units. Allied Blenders and Distillers. The company has provided specific volume targets for its flagship growth brand, Iconic White, and quantified the temporary impact of supply chain disruptions on its quarterly profitability. LT Foods. The company reported its Q1 FY27 performance, highlighting a significant top-line beat and a major reduction in a punitive US export duty that had previously threatened margins. Blue Dart Express. Blue Dart has demonstrated a sharp recovery in profitability and operational efficiency in Q1 FY27, moving past the lower margin performance seen in early FY26. Concord Biotech. Concord Biotech reported its first quarter results for FY27, showing significant year-on-year growth and the formal addition of Cellimmune Biotech to its consolidated entity. CleanMax Enviro Energy Solutions. The company is transitioning to a leaner corporate structure through amalgamation while simultaneously preparing for a massive rupees 2,500 crore capital infusion. SBFC Finance. The company has significantly increased its provisioning buffer for Stage 2 assets from 6% to 16% and tightened credit filters for loans below rupees 10 lakh due to observed consumption-led. Aavas Financiers. Aavas Financiers has replaced its outgoing chairperson, Mr. Sandeep Tandon, with a highly experienced former SBI Managing Director, Mr. VG Kannan. Park MediWorld. The company has transitioned from an agreement to acquire to a majority owner, 80%, of the Rudrapur Hospital, officially making it a subsidiary. Jupiter Lifeline Hospitals. JLHL has expanded its business scope from hospital services and retail pharmacy into pharmaceutical manufacturing through the acquisition of a promoter-held entity. Zee Entertainment Enterprises. Shareholders have formally authorized the company to raise capital from promoters via convertible warrants and implemented a new employee stock option framework. Aditya Vision. Aditya Vision reported its Q1 FY27 financial results and announced a transition in statutory auditors along with the reappointment of a key promoter director. LG Balakrishnan and Bros LGB is diversifying its business model from a 2W-centric chain manufacturer to a high-precision engineering player for the energy sector and a real estate developer. IIRM Holdings India. The company has secured a major institutional partner in Carpedium Capital and a capital pool that dwarfs its current operational scale. Datamatics Global Services. Datamatics has moved from 80% ownership to 100% ownership of TNQ Tech Private Limited, making it a wholly-owned step-down subsidiary. Remy Edelstahl Tubulars. The company has initiated a significant capacity expansion into high-margin ultra-high-purity tubes and secured a strategic fundraise involving a South Korean partner. TCC Concept. The company has undergone a massive scale-up in its consolidated operations, shifting from a primarily brokerage-focused entity to a diversified group with a dominant consumer tech presence. DS Kulkarni Developers. The company is relisting on the stock exchanges with a restructured capital base and new management following a successful insolvency resolution process. Yasho Industries. Yasho reported a significant earnings beat for Q1 FY27 and doubled its capital expenditure plans for the year while nearly doubling its FY28 revenue outlook. Skipper. The company has successfully completed a major equity fundraise, increasing its paid-up capital and cash reserves by rupees 433.5 crore. Pockle Enterprises. The company's credit rating has been upgraded from the BBB category to the A category, CRISIL A, for its total bank loan facilities of rupees 165 crore. TAC Infosec. TAC Infosec is evolving from a specialized B2B vulnerability management firm into a diversified cybersecurity conglomerate with a new B2C segment and an insurance distribution arm. Gokaldas Exports. The company has completed the formal shareholder voting process required by the NCLT for the merger of BRFL Textiles into Gokaldas Exports. Setco Automotive. The final sale price for the Saspal divestment was confirmed at a higher value than initially estimated, and the holdback amount was partially settled and paid to Setco. Sangvi Movers. The company has successfully transitioned its Middle East operations to profitability and significantly scaled its order book and capex plans compared to the previous fiscal year. The Orissa Minerals Development Company. A legal roadblock that halted the environmental clearance for the Belkundi mines has been removed by the Supreme Court, allowing the approval process to resume. Hypersoft Technologies. The company has successfully integrated and scaled its international subsidiaries, leading to a quarterly consolidated revenue that surpasses its previous annual performance. ESF Small Finance Bank. The bank has returned to significant profitability after a period of losses, characterized by a sharp reduction in slippages and a major improvement in net NPA. Corona Remedies. The company has successfully operationalized the major new manufacturing facility and demonstrated the ability to outpace market growth, 1.9x IPM growth, while expanding margins. GHCL Textiles. GHCL Textiles has successfully scaled its fabric segment and operationalized phase 1 of its knitting expansion, leading to a significant jump in both top-line and bottom-line performance. Ganesh Infraworld. Ganesh Infraworld released its Q1 FY27 financial results, revised for a typo, showing a massive scale-up in operations and a significant jump in its order book compared to FY26 levels. Muffin Green Finance. The company has formally approved a new debt fundraise of Rs 125 crore through private placement of NCDs, expanding its capital base for lending operations. Taj GVK Hotels and Resorts. The company transitioned to line-by-line consolidation of its Mumbai subsidiary and secured key regulatory approvals, OC, for its major Bengaluru expansion. Aarti Drugs. Aarti Drugs has reported its Q1 FY27 financial results, showing significant year-on-year growth in both top-line and bottom-line figures, alongside a routine exceptional write-off. Punjab Chemicals and Crop Protection. The company has formalized its FY26 performance results and committed to a significant Rs 100 crore capacity expansion alongside a doubling of R&D expenditure. That's today's daybook. For the full AI analysis of every filing, visit flashfinance.news. Like and subscribe for the daily rundown. Educational analysis, not investment advice.